Hi, welcome to the SAU Report. I'm Thomas Hart.
And I'm Angel Williams. Our guest today is Goldie White, a member of the Lady Mule Rider basketball team. Goldie, what brings you to SAU?
I chose SAU because it is a pretty good academic school. I came here to visit this summer, and my coach showed us around the class, and we met a couple of teachers in the academic programs really seemed pretty good, so that was the reason. Another reason why I came here because I was offered a full-paid scholarship to pay for the Lady Mule Riders.
What is your opinion of professors making students bring in written notes for absences?
I think it's necessary because that gives the instructor a reasonable reason to why the student was not able to attend class. Just they're not there just because they're out doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They could, for instance, if they were going to the nurse, they have their written documents to provide that to the teacher and prove to the teacher that is where they were.
What major have you decided on and why?
I chose HKR and coaching because I want to coach. I want to be a coach at a Division I school one day, and I love athletes, so I want to coach.
Would you like to coach basketball?
Yes, that's going to be my coach. I coach basketball.
What advice would you give to a fellow student who wants to get more involved with the school, like a freshman?
I would tell them just to get as many student activities that there is possible. That helps you socially, to talk to people and learn about more people. And it's a big diversity school, and that gets you to learn about different people in their different cultures.
Very interesting. What are some things that you love about SAU?
The people. People who have good attitudes, good positive attitudes. When I first got here, I thought that I was going to be nervous and scared, but the people here, they opened their arms and let me come in, and it was nice.
So when you say the people, are you referring to the students?
The students as a whole, students and teachers as a whole. They made, my freshman seminar class, my teacher, she's teaching us right now not to be nervous and not to be nervous to go ask questions about anything to anybody because everybody here has a positive attitude and they're going to help you along the way.
What do you think about the athletic programs here at SAU?
We have a pretty good athletic program. The only thing that I don't like about the athletic program is they have hidden fees. Once I was told that I was going to be here on a full-paid scholarship, so I had other scholarships that I had got from my school. I had this Potlatch scholarship, and once I got here, I'm thinking that everything was going to be paid for except my books and my room key. And once I got here, I paid for that, and plus they took the scholarship that I earned myself, and they used that also. So that didn't leave me with anything with the refund check. That's the only thing I dislike about the athletic program.
Wow. So what are some things that you think SAU could improve on?
That letting students know all the hidden fees there are. There's a whole lot of hidden fees, athletic hidden fees that the school don't. On the report, I went 5 or 6 times to check it out, and not once did I see an athletic fee that was on there. And I think it's supposed to be a lot that's supposed to be on there. They don't have it, and I don't see why they don't. I don't like that.
Is there anything academic that you feel needs improvement on, or?
They have a pretty good academic program. It's a real good academic program. They have a lot of subjects here that you can get involved with and your major and everything. It's pretty good. They do an excellent job with that.
Okay.
How would you compare the collegiate basketball program to that of your high school?
It's a whole lot different, man. It's harder. In high school, it was like a breeze, easy to go by. Practice wasn't as hard, but now practice, I had to get up 3:30 every day, practice 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes just to get up and practice. And I hardly ever did that with high school. It's harder, a whole lot harder.
Okay. What do you think about the restrictions that are enforced on your resident hall?
They have good restrictions. Only thing I don't like is that the bottom floor of the door, you're not allowed to go out it, and I don't understand why, because that's an easier access to get out of the building just in case a fire alarm or something, it's an easier way to get out, and they don't let students go out that way. I don't see why, but I would prefer that door to be open at all times just in case an emergency came up or something.
How do you feel about the check-in policies and?
That's good, because you never know when a terrorist or somebody might come in the building or anything and try to blow something up or something. So that's good. I'm glad they got that. That's good for the students' protection.
Okay, all right.
How would you describe the sportsmanship of the team here at SAU?
We have good sportsmanship. All teams, football, volleyball, baseball, everybody has a good positive attitude. I mean, there's not a lot of negativity between the teammates. It's always a good positive attitude.
Okay. In comparison to your high school, how would you compare the teaching methods of college professors to those of your high school?
It's a whole lot different because in high school, you're like basically being babied. They're behind you every step of the way, telling you not to do this and not to do that. In college, instructors really don't care. They just tell you what to do. If you do it, you do. If you don't, you don't. You got to stick with it. You got to stay focused. If you're not focused, then I doubt if you'll make it.
So how do you feel about your transaction between the two? How do you think?
It was kind of hard at first, but I caught on. It was real hard at first because, like I said, I was used to being babied and pampered and told not to do this and to do that and have my work turned in on time. Like now, they really don't care if you turn your work in or not. They're gonna give you a grade for it.
So how would you say that you learned how to adjust?
I took it a step at a time. The teachers, I saw the attitude that like they really didn't care, and I told myself that I wasn't going to be one of those students that was going to be be pampered. I wasn't going to be one of the students to get pampered. I was going to be responsible and do my work and have everything turned in on time.
Okay.
What kind of goals do you plan to achieve while attending here at SAU?
I set good goals for myself. I hope to graduate at the top of my class. I hope that. I want to be on the dean's list.
Right.
I have good goals. I have goals I want to have.
What do you think about the authority figures in your residence hall, such as, your resident assistant and your resident director?
We have good directors. I stay in Tally Hall, and one of my RD's name is Victor, and he's a really cool guy. I mean, he allows us to have fun in the hall. He's not real strict. He's a pretty good guy.
Okay. How would you say that they've helped you in your transition between high school and your college life?
I really don't talk to Victor, but his attitude is like a positive attitude, and that lets me know that I can just do anything. Anything is possible because he had the positive attitude. And the assistant, I don't know her name, but she has a positive attitude too. And I'm quite sure if I had a problem, I could probably just go to one of them and talk to them about it, and they could probably solve for me or give me some kind of help.
Okay.
What are your opinions on the tutoring staff here on the campus?
We have good tutoring at SAU, like in the writing center. If you have a problem like writing a paper or something, you can go there and they can give you a lot of help. I went there I had to write an outline for a speech, and I went there, and it was a foreign girl. I remember her name, but she gave me a lot of help, and I doubt if she wasn't there that I wouldn't have been able to do it. So they have good tutoring at SAU.
Okay. What are your views on the food selection that the cafeteria offers?
We have some good food selection. It's just like the food there is repetition. You get tired of eating the same thing over and over again. I get tired of that. So sometimes I wouldn't even go to the cafe. I just probably go out and have McDonald's or something.
So do you feel that they should have a healthier selection, a wider selection? What are your views on that?
I think that they should have a wider selection. I mean, they have, like I said, they have the same stuff over and over again. They need more stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind going there and eating a Frito chili pie every now and then or something.
Okay. All right.
What's your opinion regarding security here on campus?
I see police officers every now and then. I'm not quite sure that SAU has good security because there's been a couple of times that I went out and saw a couple of fights, and the officer wasn't there, to solve that problem.
Right.
So I think the security could be a little bit better.
All right. In what ways do you think the cafeteria could better accommodate the students?
The cafeteria needs to be more clean. I mean, you can go in there and food and left pops and drinks could be all over the table and you have to sit down and eat. So I think it could be a lot better. And I know a couple of times I done went in, I could look down to my right and there could be a big green spot molded on the wall, and that's pretty nasty and that's uncomfortable for somebody to eat. So it could be a whole lot better.
What do you feel about the times that the CAF is open?
The times are pretty good. I mean, everybody has to get their rest, and the time that they do have it, I think their times are good.
So you don't feel that they should be opened any later or any earlier, or you think that that's fine?
I think that their time is pretty much fine.
Okay.
Now, everybody has goals here when they attend school. What efforts do you plan to make to achieve your goals?
I plan to have a positive attitude. That's the key. A positive attitude, good effort. That'll help me get my goal. If I stay focused and on the right track to my goal, that'll help me get there.
Okay, and how do you plan on staying focused?
I plan to just like I said, take it a step at a time, knowing that all things are possible. Everything is possible, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to do good. I tell myself that I'm going to do good, and telling myself that I'm going to do good, I'm going to do good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. So is there any special way that you prepare for your classes, or that you study, your study habits, or anything that helps you
Yes,
to
like
achieve your goals better?
say for instance, the teacher or instructor assigns an assignment that day. I'm going to do that work that day. I'm not going to procrastinate and put it off.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, all right. What kind of meal plan do you have?
unlimited.
Okay, knowing that you have an unlimited meal plan, what are your views on them enforcing the ID card so much before you come in?
I mean, if I have an unlimited meal plan, then there shouldn't be a reason for my card to be swiped. They should know that I have unlimited. I'm quite sure they do know that I have unlimited. And having to swipe a card every time you go in I think is unnecessary. Because sometimes you can lose your card and you can go in there and they won't let you go in at all.
Okay.
Parking seems to be a big issue here at SAU. What are your views on the parking situation?
I think that SAU needs a bigger parking because there's plenty of times where students in Tally Hall, like there'll be no parking spots and they'll park in the fire lane or something like that, not wanting to park way across the street. You know, what if there's an emergency? And they have to run all the way back across the street just to get their vehicle. So I think that SAUs need bigger spaces.
Okay. What do you feel about the library? What are your views?
I love the library. I stay in there as much as I can. It's a good place. I love the computers. I love to go on the computer, and they have plenty of those. They have books, and just about anything that you need a book on, SAU library has it. And the people in there, the aides and the students, anything you need to find, they know where it's at, and they got you.
So you believe it's a good resource center?
It's a real good resource center.
How about the writing center and the little facilities that they offer there, such as the writing center and the curriculum center, where you can create and do your projects? What do you feel about those places?
I feel I like the writing center. That's a really good place. Students go in there all the time to get help on their papers and reports and everything. It's a real good place. The students or teachers, whoever they're in there to help you at that time, does a real good job of helping you and helping you understand what you're trying to do a whole lot better and help you get your paper done.
Okay.
So, in 10 years, where would you like to see yourself?
Hopefully in 10 years from now, I hope to see myself married with a pretty good family, and I hope to be a coach at Tennessee at the university, Division I university.
Okay, and you said you're going to be teaching or coaching
Basketball, right.
Are you going to want to do anything else besides just coaching, or is it just going to be?
I want to major. I want to also get a degree in physical therapy. I mean, that's something I like to work with people and help people to mend back to their original state, and I want to do that. I want to do physical therapy, and hopefully minor in Spanish. I like Spanish too.
Okay. What do you feel about the activities that are provided here on campus?
We have good activities. I mean, they have the rider rink. Sometimes there's things in the rider rink. And over here at the Student Activity Center, the Wild Out Wednesdays, which brings a lot of people in there and have a good time and laugh and to get to know each other better and socially and talk to people that you probably haven't met before and you get to know them. So it's pretty good. I like the Student Activity Center too.
Okay, so thus far in your collegiate life here at SAU, what would you say would be your best moment?
Best moment would have to be when I'm out there on the basketball court. I love basketball, and every moment that I'm there on that court, it's a blessing. I love basketball. Hopefully it'll take me far in life one day. So basketball court would have to be where the big moment comes for me.
So basketball is your life.
Basically.
What kind of memories do you have with basketball?
Man,
Childhood
there's
memories?
so many memories. I can remember coming in dirty. I'm talking about gritty, grimy, dirty. My grandma would always say, "Goldie, where you been?" Out there playing ball. Out there playing ball.
That's cool. So is there facilities that are open for you to play ball often here on campus?
Yes, the auxiliary gym is open from time to time. They have the auxiliary gym open to anybody and anyone. And the wellness center, that's like the weight room where you can go in there and work out. The auxiliary gym, I go in there all the time when we're outside of practice to go in there and shoot around and better my shot, better my defense.
Okay. All right, so how would you describe your relationship between you and your coach?
We have a good relationship. He tells me all the time that I'm going to help that team out, and I know that I'm going to help that team out. And he has a positive attitude. Like I said, a person with a positive attitude, that's good. And he lets the teammates know that anything is possible. We have a lot of freshmen this year, so we're not looking to win that many games, but he stresses that it's not about winning the game. It's about out there giving your dedication and your hard work.
Okay, so in comparison to your relationship with your coach in high school, how would you feel that it's changed any, if any, with your coach here?
I have a better relationship with the SAU coach than I did the basketball coach at my high school because he was a kind of quiet guy. Mm-hmm. Coach Sambali, he isn't quiet. He's going to talk to you no matter what, and that's real good.
Okay, so does he mentor, or is he just strictly about basketball? Do you feel like you could go to him for anything? Or?
Yeah, I bet you we have a 15-minute speech after every practice. He always talking about pregnancy. If it's not pregnancy, it's education. If it's not education, it's something else. He always mentoring us on something.
Okay, that's cool. So you say that your SAU experience has been pretty good thus far, right?
Right.
Okay, that's good.
Well, I was going to ask, what do you think about the professors here? Do you think they're more strict than they are in high school, or
a whole lot stricter? I have this one teacher, he's my one teacher, and he lets you know if you not in there to do your work, you can get out.
Yeah.
He'll kick you out, and they stress the lateness. Mm-hmm. One of my teachers, if you're 30 seconds, I have a class 110. If you come there at 110.1 seconds, he's gonna tell you to turn around.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? Does that bother you? Because when you're in college, it's different from in high school.
We're somewhat adults,
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all because you have a set time to get to class and you should make it. If you're not making, you should call your instructor and let them know where you're going to be.
So you think that is necessary, even though now you're paying the teachers to teach you, whereas in high school, you weren't. That was what you had to do. So you think that it's still necessary for them to be so
strict, right? Because if you want, it's not their job for them to tell you to come to class to learn. If you want to come to class to learn, you should be on time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So is there anything that you would like to be involved in while you're here on SAU campus, other than basketball?
Yes, I want to join the sorority, but I can't join till my junior year because Coach won't allow us. I want to be a Delta. I want to join the Delta sorority.
Why won't he allow this?
I really don't know. He said that the athletics take a lot of our time, and trying to go out and do something else would interfere.
Okay. What other colleges were you looking at before you started looking for SAU?
OBU and UCA.
And what things stood out about SAU that didn't in the other two colleges that you were looking at?
SAU offered me a full-page scholarship, and I would rather take that than just try to walk on somewhere else.
Okay. Have you ever have you ever heard about the intramural teams? Anything about the intramural teams that are provided here on campus?
The only intramural team that I've heard about is the football team. The guys come in from Tally all the time, tired and exhausted, and said that it gives them something to do, not just to be laying around all the time, and they can stay physically fit.
Okay. Were you able to participate in any of the family day activities that were here on campus?
No, I wasn't. I had to, one of my family members had died, so I wasn't able to stay here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
What about the homecoming activities? Have you been able to participate in any of those?
We had a shaving cream fight in Tally all the other day, and it was a whole lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What was this? How? I mean, was it a program or?
It was just something one of our RAs had threw together, and it was real fun.
Okay, that's great. Are you planning on participating in any of the football games, upcoming football games?
I plan to attend the SAU homecoming tomorrow and give support, give them a lot of my support.
Okay.
What do you think about co-ed dorms?
I like the co-ed dorms. Like I said, it helps you to get better socially.
Mm-hmm.
It not only gives you a chance just to talk to females, but guys too. So I like the co-ed dorms.
So you're all for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would have rather your freshman year to have been in the co-ed
Co-ed
dorm
dorm rather than just a female dorm.
Yeah.
And why not stay in a female dorm?
A lot of drama with female. It's a whole bunch of drama. Just, if there was a female, oh my God, it'd be probably be a lot of cat fights. It gives the females something to do. They can step over and meet the guys and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so it like opens a lot more doors for you.
Right.
Okay, as far as being in a co-ed dorm. Okay. Well, thank you, Goldie, so much for coming to our interview today. I'm Angel Williams once again,
And I'm Thomas Hart.
and this was the SAU Report.